Well, there they are. Our new electronic media, or our new gadgets. You push a button, and the world's yours. You know how they talk about the world getting smaller? Well, it's thanks to these that it is. Everywhere is now our own neighborhood. We know what it's like to go on safari in Kenya, or to have an audience with the Pope, to order a cognac in a Paris cafe. But not only is the world getting smaller, it's becoming more available and more familiar to our minds and to our emotions. The world is now a global village. A global village.
This starts off by talking about a guy named Gregory Ulmer, and back in the 80s, back before all of this easy video stuff, this guy developed a theory called Videacy, and he predicted that we were going to have this kind of video literacy. His idea got updated once it got to the 90s and the HTML boom. He decided to change his idea of Videacy, that is video literacy, to Electracy. There we go. So Electracy is the idea of electric literacy, basically literacy on a computer. Now, originally this was during the birth of the internet, if you will, and it was mostly in following links to things, and it was a combination of text and images, not so much video, but it's kind of evolved to the point that video is an integral part of the internet.
An era when spectatorial culture is giving way to participatory culture, where a society based on a small number of companies controlling the storytelling apparatus is giving way to a much more complex mediascape where average citizens have the ability to seize control over the media technology and tell their own stories in powerful new ways.
When I put something up on the internet, however, that's not the case. Now, admittedly, I do have an audience in mind, and I can look at my demographics and put out something that is made for them, but it does get a lot more exposure when you put up something on an internet site like this. And again, it's interactive. You get to participate in many different ways.
Inspiration for a project that I worked on with my friend Takashi Kawashima. We decided to use the Mechanical Turk for exactly what it was meant for, which is making money. So we took a $100 bill and divided it into 10,000 teeny pieces, and we fed those into the Mechanical Turk. We asked people to draw what it was that they saw. But here there was no sheep-like criteria. People were, if they drew a stick figure or a smiley face, it actually made it into the bill. So what you see is actually a representation of how well people did what it was they were asked to do. So we took these $100 bills and we put them on a website called 10,000cents.com where you can browse through and see all the individual contributions. And you can also trade real $100 bills for fake $100 bills and make a donation to the $100 laptop project, which is now known as One Laptop Per Child.
And this is how you do it. Visit www.clothesforcharity.org.uk and register your details. Pick your favourite charity from our extensive database of charity partners. Request a bag and we'll get it posted straight out to you. When it arrives, you'll see it's got a leaflet with the name of your chosen charity and a barcode. Fill it up with all the clothes you want to donate. Nice hat. When you're ready to have your bag collected, go back to our website, log in and pick the date you want us to collect.
Bob Dylan had a line in a song just saying, to live outside the law, you must be honest. They might do something which isn't technically correct, maybe it's not legally correct, but they're doing it for purposes that in their minds at least are ethical.
People who know what they're doing, who share an ethos, who have a commitment to exposing and humiliating the man, who have a very low tolerance of lies and what they perceive as evil on the part of overweening power structures. They share information, they share tools and techniques, and they are currently having a very good time.
Story culture has the potential to be much more diverse in a world controlled by a small number of media producers. As average people develop the ability to tell their stories, we're seeing different perspectives emerge. We're seeing different groups gain representation. We're seeing groups challenge the dominant media images that have been constructed for their lives. And the challenge for those of us caring about social justice issues is to make sure that these tools get in the hands of those people who have been the most oppressed and most dispossessed to get their stories out and get their stories into circulation. As we expand who has the power to tell stories, we have the potential for stories to grab our imagination, to touch our hearts, that come not from the entertainment infrastructure, but from some average citizen out there whose reality has never been depicted on the screen before. And I think that's the real excitement of our present moment of media change.